Hello and welcome. This is the first episode of Holding Priority MTG. Today I am playing with three of my friends. We're playing against someone who is playing Najeela the Blade Blossom, Tovolar, and I am playing Rograkh and Silas Wren. I like to show these opening sequences just because it is a good insight in how people mulligan and such. I am going last because of course I am. Our Najeela player is going first, Tovolar is going second, and I am going last. We are going to be showing opening hands so people can see what we're playing. So here we are. We play in a mixed meta, so we have both competitive players and non-competitive players. I'm most worried about the Najeela player. Obviously a pretty strong opening hand for the Najeela player here. I believe we already flashed our hands. Here we go. This is the first turn of the game. That little black space there is for card display. If you have a question about how a card works or what a card does, it'll be right there. Our Najeela player here will be drawing a card for turn, as that is the rules of the game. And he's going to play that Dryad Arbor. Not quite as good without a Green Sun Zenith, however, but it is a powerful combination, so you don't have to worry about mana fixing later. Next, our Tovolar player is going to be putting in a Reckless Wolf, and I'm going to be playing Fiery Islet. It'll deal me a damage, and then I'll go ahead and cast a Goblin Welder. Goblin Welder is a very powerful card. I like to do some pretty cheaty things with it, such as cheating in Bola Citadel. Our Najeela player is going to be playing a Demonic Tutor. Getting a mystery card, likely grabbing some form of interaction to deal with the Welder or the Citadel. Wonder what it could be. We're going to go ahead and cut him. Well, I have to ask the Tovolar player a very important question.
Can you pay the one?
Pay the one for nothing. There's nothing. I'm like, does someone put something like a Memora? Pay the one for Caleb being a jackass.
So as you can see, there is no Ristic Study in play, but you know, it's good to ask people if they want to pay the one anyway. For my insolence, he will attack the Najeela player because, you know, like I'm ever going to block with the Goblin Welder. I have a gamble in hand at this point, and I would really like to discard a Bola Citadel. I'm going to empty my hand out the most I can, because if the Citadel hits the graveyard, it'll be a 1 in 4 chance, of course. I just win on the spot, so that's what I'm trying to do with my gamble. Pondering what I should play, I play a Phyrexian Tower. I'm going to tap my land and deal myself a Damaggio. Oh, actually, I'm just going to change my mind about that. I'm going to first play a Engineered Explosives. Like I said, wanting to get rid of every card in my hand, and that is a free spell, so might as well play it. And I can also sacrifice it to the Welder. I'm going to play Rograkh because I want to be able to sacrifice it for 3 mana, which I do. Well, actually, my bad, 2 mana. Cast Gamble, right? Yep, Gamble. And then I change my mind, and I don't. That's a cheat count 1 for me. Nope, no Gamble. And then we'll go ahead and play a Sensei's Top first. Then we'll go ahead and Gamble. What I really wanted to do there was cast the Vampiric Tutor in response, but that would actually just shuffle away anything I wanted to do, so I did not do that, because that would have been silly. Now we're going to go ahead and roll. Bottom left is 1, 2, 3, and then 4, so that's 2. So that's going to go ahead and get rid of the Seeming Symmetry, which the Najeela's player is happy to get rid of, because obviously, I would not be giving that to him. I'm not happy about that because I wanted my Citadel to go into the graveyard. But hey, I had to try. You know, go for it at least. I have 2 black floating because I sacrificed the Rograkh for no apparent reason. So I'm going to go ahead and cast a Vampiric Tutor and search for a Faithless Looting to put on top of my library. I'll go ahead and flash that in just a second. There it is. The idea being, well, we're going to put the Citadel into the graveyard with the looting and try to get it back with the Welder. And after that, I'll pass. Next, we have the Najeela player, who needs to be playing defensively here because he can't win right now. He needs to be able to control my board, so obviously he's just going to search for something that can get him an answer to the Citadel, so he's just going to hold back and pass. That transforms the little werewolf dude into a little 3-2 beater. He's going to be slapping people in the face with that one because he's a werewolf. Then he's going to be playing a very interesting card. Probably does not have any place in competitive Commander, but we are playing in a mixed meta. And you'd probably be pretty surprised to see how strong these casual decks can be after combos and such can fizzle out. So if they can interact at any time, they definitely have a chance. It's going to be Wolfcaller's Howl. Basically, he'll get some wolves if people have more cards in hand, like 4 cards in hand. Not very good, but I mean, if you're drawing cards off of it, sure, not bad. I'm not blocking that, I'm just going to be taking 3 because my welder is way more important. And the Najeela player makes a great point here.
That is one less card getting Bolus. I consider this an absolute win.
Obviously taking that 3. Going for Faithless Looting here because I want to try and get that Citadel into the graveyard, do some shenanigans there with the Citadel since I have a top, and I hear that Yawgmoth's Bargain is a good card. So I go ahead and put that in there, activate, and then our Najeela player is going to, in response, cast Force of Vigor with the declaration of targets, destroying the Wild Growth on the Tovolar side and my Engineered Explosive, which I was targeting, which is a great play because that will basically, it'll go ahead and fizzle the trigger for ability for the Goblin Welder. I top just to make sure there's anything I can't do. There's nothing really here that I want on top, but there's nothing I can do about it, so I have to let it happen. Rearrange the top, since why not, and pass turn. This combo tends to be pretty resilient due to the amount of recursion in the deck that's just naturally built in, be it the commander or just the cards inside. I actually have the win set up for next turn because the Trash Treasure in my hand. And again, like I said, the Najeela player has to play defensively at this point. They have to they can't be the aggressor, because if they do, they're just going to lose. So he'll go ahead and cast things on his main phase, so I'm unable to react to it with a counterspell or something of the sort. So he'll go and tap for black, make an Assassin's Trophy hit my Goblin Welder, which I'm actually fine with because I have something else in my hand which is pretty nifty, but I'm going to get a free island off of it, so it's not so bad. Next, our Tovolar player is going to be getting a wolf because the Najeela player has more cards in hand. At this point, the Najeela player wants the Tovolar player to have creatures so they can beat me, because they would want to, because Bolus Citadel is gaining me a lot of card advantage. And then he's going to be casting his Tovolar, which is going to be drawing him cards and such. So now he's going to be slapping face, me obviously. I'll be taking some more damage. I believe he's going to be, oh yeah, what's he doing? Yeah, no, he's still attacking, and yeah, he'll attack me. I'll take the damage. He'll draw the card, and then he'll pass. He either wants to hold up interaction or just feint it. I'm going to activate top end of turn. Look at the top 3. There's an Urza's Bauble in there, which I would love because I don't want to have to sacrifice my top to get the Citadel back. So I'm going to play the Bauble. And then I'll go ahead and cast the Trash Treasure that's in my hand, returning the Citadel into play. And at this point, I can pay 1 life to draw a card, or I can play a card off the top of my library. So it makes it very advantageous to win at this point. So I'll go ahead and draw with top, lose a life, cast top, lose a life, draw with top, cast top, lose a life, and I can do that as many times as I want. Like I said, Yawgmoth's Bargain is a pretty good card. So after that, I'll go ahead and cast a Grim Monolith off the top, paying 2 life. Then I'll go ahead and cast Underworld Breach off the top. And from this point, all I need is a red mana source, which I have not played a land yet. So I'll cast Gamble from my graveyard. Then that'll get me my Aetherflux Reservoir. And at that point, I can win with top, Aetherflux Reservoir, and basically any mana source that I choose. So that'll win me the game. Well, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a great day. If you enjoyed the content, please do subscribe, and more to come.